ELNL stands for Early Language and Literacy. The ELNL program is ALNF's flagship program, which brings together speech pathology and education resources in the hands of educators.
I started with ELNL in 2016 when it first started here at Gillen as a teacher in a grade 3 class. As I've moved along in my career, I have used ELNL to support the speech and language intervention programs across the school, as well as being able to delve into the data to be able to support kids with disabilities, as well as support kids with literacy problems.
So as a group, our entire preschool team at the time was new to Gillen, and as a team we went through and used all the strategies. So all the early childhood team learnt how to use the syllable stick, Arthur Puppet, the Tommy Turtle writing scaffold, and the sound cards. And I've used it myself, and I've seen all my colleagues using that in the classrooms as well.
That's been really good. Sarah's come down to do the training face-to-face with us mostly. We've also had the opportunity to work with her via Zoom, which is really helpful when we get stuck and find ourselves in a bit of a conundrum. She's there to help us and support us and give us the next step. And the resources are really easy to use. And of course they come with a lovely manual, so if you've ever forgotten what you're doing, go back, have a look, and the answers are usually there to help you.
The LD is a really important tool in education because it allows you to know what the child is currently up to so that you can target your teaching to what they're actually needing.
I've got a little girl who I've had for the last 2 years that I've worked with from transition, and now she's in grade 1, and she could not communicate, she couldn't talk, so she's got severe speech language difficulties. And to see this little girl who now talks and sings and can read stories and do fairy tales and act them out, for someone who could not do that at the beginning last year to what she's accomplished, she has grown, and we've all seen that growth, and even the teacher has seen that growth. So we've all seen it through the whole school. So that's amazing.
ELNL and the LD, especially in our transition space, has allowed us to really delve into the kids' data and understand where the kid is at in terms of their oral language, comprehension, expressive vocab, and we're able to make really clear and precise decisions on how we can plan and program for our transition classes, preschool classes. And for me, in my space, I'm able to have a clear direction in terms of speech referrals to outside agencies such as Congress and Child Development Team in town. So.
We know, looking at any school on My School website, if you look at the ICSEA, you can predict what their NAPLAN results will be. It's a sad truth and an indictment, I think, on the Australian education system. So ours was miles below what would have been expected. So despite being a low ICSEA, and we would expect low results, we were below that. So over the years of working with ALNF and our entire literacy approach at school, after a few years, what we started to see is, in comparison to the NT mean, we climbed and then exceeded it. So that's quite remarkable for us. But again, Australian education system, we're still miles away from the Australian mean, but that's our goal now. And we think that it is doable, but it will continue to be really hard work and really important to make sure we're doing the right work.